Welcome to your Pisces horoscopes for the week of June 15th, the week ending June 15th, 2024. Something didn't sound right in that. We got a lot of good stuff going on for the most part. There is some challenges there, specifically, pardon me, Neptune and Saturn, which are currently in Pisces right now, focuses on relationships in a square with the Sun, Mercury, and Venus have moved into a challenge with the two planets that are in Pisces. And their focus is on career. And this creates a difficulty when it feels like you're sort of torn between the two. This is, to me, the best example for this is you're going to get a promotion, but it means less time at home with your family. And you're already not spending a lot of time at home with your family. So that's a really hard decision to make. You feel torn between, your family and not to mention all the other people that you never have time for. So, or the other example that normally comes up with this is being excited over possible promotions, possibly making more money. And somebody that's close to you is like, are you really sure you want to do that? I mean, it's going to take up more time and you're going to have to travel. And their ulterior motive is that you don't have as much time for them because you're taking on more time for yourself and your own success. And actually it is a thing. There are so many people out there that want to sabotage your success because they want you to do what they want you to do for whatever their reasoning is. And it bites. It really does. And for Pisces specifically, Pisces can be so emotional and loving to those people that it's very easy, or it can be very easy, I should say, to sway their opinion to not go for that success because the other person doesn't like it. I say no. I think that there is always a way to create a compromise in some way, shape, or form, but also your success is important, and nobody has the right to tell you that it isn't. And if they are telling you that it isn't as important as, say, them or whatever it is that they want you to do, I'd say rethink that relationship, but a lot of times it's a relationship that you really can't rethink. It's family. So you have to find a way to be able to communicate to them how important this is, not just for you, but overall in terms of the grand scheme of things. This gets amplified by like a lot by the moon on Thursday and Friday when the moon turns this square into a T square, makes it a much bigger challenge. And the moon's focus starts off on self, moves into the past. So this feels like a very familiar problem. You've been down this road before, and it makes you, it's almost like they're calling you out on the carpet. And they're saying that you're being selfish and self-centered, and that's not what you're trying to do. But even though you are trying to better your situation, this is why things are confusing. Other people make things confusing. The bottom line here is I don't care what the relationship is, you deserve success. And success doesn't come to anybody that listens to other people that want to sabotage them. And success doesn't come to people who don't put the work into it. If you are there and you're putting the work into it, it doesn't matter what anybody else has to say about it. This is what you have to do for you and your success, and you deserve to have that success. If you are going to put the work into it, then you deserve to have it. And nobody can say otherwise. Now, challenges being challenges, that's one thing. But Neptune continues to be in a grand sextile with Jupiter and Pluto. Now, this is a very helpful aspect to counteract all of this negativity over here that we don't like and don't want to deal with. And I don't know why people are like always going on and on about how I steer clear of negativity. You can't live in this world and steer clear of negativity. It's not about avoiding it. It's about learning how to deal with it in a healthy way, which in some cases is what this grand sextile is all about. Because again, Neptune is focused on relationships. Pluto is focused on long-term goals, while I'm sorry, Pluto is focused on those you love, and Jupiter is focused on long-term goals. This is the people that really are there to support you, coming together to help you towards those long-term goals. And all you need to do is ask. It's funny, actually. We'll just say the N word here. Narcissism abounds everywhere. And one of the things that I have noticed that's interesting is that when somebody is in any kind of narcissistic relationship, they become tunnel visioned to only the person that's controlling them or manipulating them or using whatever wording you want to use. They don't see the rest of the support that they have from everybody else. It's like all those people just all of a sudden up and disappear and become non-existent anymore. They're not even there. And this sort of feels like that a little bit. So challenge yourself if you're in this situation with somebody who's really just making you feel crappy because you're trying to do what's best for you. Broaden out your vision to all the support that you have, and maybe get advice from others who are not quite so involved in the decision, to see what they have to say. And see, that you can get support from pretty much anywhere. You don't have to rely on it from one person. Also, we're talking specifically about support towards your long-term goals. And this grand sextile is almost like saying to you, this is what you and your family need right now, regardless of what anybody else feels about it. This is what's best, the best course of action for you and your family right now. It'll get you it's the next step towards your long-term goals. And the steps towards your long-term goals are not always steps that you want to take. They're not always steps that your spouse or your significant other wants you to take. But you have to work that out, and you have to communicate. That's really important. Mercury is a big part of this challenge, and Mercury is all about communication. And we know what happens when we don't communicate properly. It becomes a heated argument where nothing ever gets accomplished. You want to avoid the heated argument, but you also want to avoid avoiding the problem in the first place, because that's not going to fix it either. Find a balance between the two, something that's actually going to work. So that's what I have for you guys this week. I'm Melissa Bruce, the Heavy Metal Psychic. I will hopefully see you guys again next week, but do check out my membership on my website. Now, things have gotten really crazy, and it's not slowing down. It is the season of crazy. So, of course, I do have plans to continue with these horoscopes, but the membership is the priority, because that, of course, is a paid membership. And for a very low fee, you could be on that list, getting a personalized astrology reading, a reading personalized to you and your week for a very low fee. And that is a priority. That video goes out every single week without fail. If I have to do it in the middle of the night when I'm half asleep, which I don't do, by the way. Okay. I do, of course, I try to do a good job on it. It is an unlisted video on YouTube. You will be placed in a space where you can see it along with the other members, but only the other members have access to it. So it's nice and it's private for the most part. Check it out. If you have any questions, give me a holler and I will answer those questions for you. I'm Melissa Bruce, Heavy Metal Psychic. I will see you guys next week. And in the meantime, you guys better make it a great week. And I'll see you next time.